I've always been drawn to places the world forgot. Rusting metal, peeling paint, the silence where there was once laughter. That's what brought me to the old lakeside amusement park. It had been shuttered for 30 years, a ghost on the edge of town, swallowed by weeds and whispers. My goal was simple: capture the beauty in its decay. The park was an eerie wonderland. The Ferris wheel was a skeletal giant against the gray sky. The roller coaster tracks were twisted veins of rust, but it was the carousel that truly captivated me. It sat in the heart of the park, a decaying jewel box. Most of the painted horses were grim, their colors faded, their wooden eyes vacant. But one stood out. A magnificent white stallion, its head held high, a look of almost defiant pride in its carved features. It was less decayed than the others, as if time had been kinder to it. This would be my centerpiece. I set up my tripod, framing the shot. The white horse was perfectly centered, framed by its decaying brethren. The late afternoon light was perfect, casting long, spooky shadows. I took the first picture. Click. I checked the display. Perfect. The horse looked regal, almost alive. I decided to get a few more angles, moving my tripod a few feet to the left. I wanted to capture the texture of the peeling paint on the pole it was mounted on. I framed the shot again, focusing on the horse's head. Click. Another shot in the bag. I reviewed it. Everything looked fine. As I packed up some of my lenses, a strange feeling crept over me. A classic case of the creeps, I told myself. You're in an abandoned, supposedly haunted amusement park. It's normal, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I glanced back at the carousel. The white horse was still there, motionless. Of course it was. It's a block of wood. I decided to take one last shot from a different perspective. This time from a lower angle to make the horse look more imposing. I crouched down, adjusted my settings, and focused. The horse's painted eye seemed to stare right into my lens. Click. That evening, back in my small studio, I started editing the photos. The first shot was exactly as I remembered. The white horse, proud and centered. I opened the second file, the one from a slightly different angle. My heart skipped a beat. It was subtle. But the horse, it wasn't in the same position. In the first photo, its head was angled slightly to the right. In this one, it was looking almost straight ahead. No, that's impossible. I must have bumped the tripod, or maybe it was just a trick of the angle, a distortion of perspective. It had to be. I tried to rationalize it. my mind racing to find a logical explanation, but a cold dread was starting to pull in my stomach. With a trembling hand, I clicked open the third and final image, the one from the low angle. My breath caught in my throat. I dropped my mouse. On the screen, the horse's head was no longer just facing forward, it was tilted down, its painted black eyes staring directly at the camera, directly at me. But that wasn't the worst part. On its wooden cheek, something glistened, a single, clear drop that looked exactly like a tear, and its carved mouth, which had been a neutral line before, was now twisted upwards into a terrifying, silent grin. I never went back to Lakeside. I deleted the photos, smashed the memory card, and tried to forget what I saw. But I can't. Every time I close my eyes, I see that white horse, its head turning, its eye finding me. And that smile, that horrible wooden smile. Some things that are forgotten should stay that way. Some places are abandoned for a reason. Thanks for listening to my story. If you enjoy Tales of the Strange and Unexplained, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Stay safe out there.